odd. Kevin Lee called out George St. Pierre on his Instagram to fight for a 165 title belt in November. I'll let you hear it because this came out of the blue.
This George fight. And don't get me twisted. Like, it ain't nothing but respect between me and George, especially coming from this way. But at the same time, I'm taking him as a man of his word. He wants the biggest challenge. I want the biggest challenge. So what's happening? November, Madison Square Garden, New York City. George, what you doing?
But there's no belt at 165.
Yeah, there's no belt.
So we're just like making divisions up now, and also, they have the same agent, so I don't know what's going on there. But at the same time, too, is it? I mean, you might as well call out fucking Royce Gracie. And I love Kevin. He deserves a big fight, but there's George St. Pierre wouldn't even come out for Nate Diaz, which some would think is a bigger fight.
Yeah.
Might be an easier fight, but bigger fight than Kevin Lee, right? So there's no way you're going to lure the legend of GSP out, like this. I would love to see that fight. I think it's a great fight, but there's no way. And it's some weird mythical belt. Like, there's so many. And then you gotta think the UFC's like, okay, well, yeah, let's do this at 65, and let's use George St. Pierre. And George is fighting the winner of Conor Khabib. Period. That's all he's gonna wait for at 55. Yeah. There's nothing else. He's not gonna cut to 55 for anyone else but the winner of Khabib versus Conor. And for whatever reason, Khabib and Conor does not happen because of legal action or whatever, but I do think it's going to happen. Let's say it didn't. Then George will just fight Khabib. And that's what's next. But man, I hope Kevin Lee gets a big fight. They thought he was going to get the Gaethje fight, but obviously Quinta signed up for that one. And so now he's just waiting, and everyone's kind of taken. So that's what you get, man.
See, this is where I put my Chael hat on. Shout out to Chin, shout out to Below the Belt, shout out to Brendan Schaub. This is where I put my Chael Sonnen hat on. I absolutely agree with Chael, man. This was genius. Here's the problem with where the genius part of it ends. Kevin Lee doesn't have enough star power to make that kind of demand to Dana White. Dana might listen. Why? I think it's a good idea. The work behind the idea, that's where Dana might start listening. Because then he'd have to get another commission, simply set up for this weight division, another belt, another series of contenders, split them between the 170 dudes and the 155 dudes, and then find a nice medium, right? And eventually he'll have to do the same for the female division, right? And that's all well and crispy, but if you aren't the star quality for that kind of demand to go through, if you're not a Conor McGregor, a Ronda Rousey, a Brock Lesnar, somebody with that kind of star power to let those kind of decisions fly into Dana's head and out his mouth, I don't think it's going to be an easy climb for you to make this happen, right? Aside from my skeptical thinking, this is a genius idea. Simply because of who he's calling out. GSP is a martial artist. He's not just a fighter. He's a martial artist true and true, my guy. He respects every single martial art for what it is, a communication of life, in my opinion. But back to the subject at hand. GSP is a martial artist, and I think something like this would entertain him as far as social media is concerned. I think once he gets calls from Dana White that this is going to happen, he's going to agree to this. Why? He wants to make history. This would arguably be a bigger moment in history than him fighting Khabib. Why? He's the first champion in that weight division. He's fighting somebody who's very talented. And I don't know, man. It just seems like a really good idea. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.
See that? See that? That's just the wrong way to look at it. Because Joe had his time, and Omar put an end to that. Then Marlo had his time, short as it was, and the police put an end to that. And now, motherfucker, it's our time, mine's and yours. But instead of just shutting up and kicking in, you're gonna stand there crying that back in the day shit. Jeez. There ain't no back in the day, nigga. Ain't no nostalgia to this shit here. There's just the street and the game and what happened here today.
Right.
When it was my uncle, I was with my uncle. When it was Marlo, I was with him. But now, nigga, what the fuck you do that for? Now we short the 9. That was for Joe.